Welcome back to the Rest is F1 podcast. Today we are talking about the Azerbaijan Grand Prix 2025. I'm your host Shaq and I've got Ham with me. Howie Ham.
Hey Shaq, hey guys. Oh, what an interesting race. What has happened there? Let's
Yeah.
dive deep into it.
Yeah. Obviously, eventful race. Not too much action in the race itself, but obviously qualifying. Let's start with that. 6 red flags. New record for F1 history. Never had 6 red flags in one single race, and in single quali, sorry, and it was apparently longer than the race in Baku last year. The qualifying this year was longer than the race last year, so that's how, I guess, effective red flag is. But again, it's Mighty Max on pole. And for the win, I don't think we need to sugarcoat that. 14 seconds he was ahead of George Russell. What do we make of that?
One hell of a drive by Max. One hell of a drive. He had everything under control, led all the laps he's got perfectly, had a restart under safety car as well. I mean, he got a Grand Slam. I mean, what else do you need? A beautiful race. I think this is the second Grand Slam that has been given out this season. Piastri had another one, and now it is Max. But what a race! What a race! And like you said, qualifying 6 red flags. They were calling red flags for everything. And when it came to the race day, there were none. There were none. Piastri was into the barrier, no red flags. You know what? It is going to be a safety car. I'm like,
Pick of
what
red
is happening?
flags, yeah.
They didn't red flag that. They didn't red flag. They
Yeah.
went ahead with the safety car. We had a couple of laps finished under a safety car, but then, uh, I mean, Max performed brilliantly. I mean, like you said, why do we have to sugarcoat this? I mean, he was amazing. He is amazing. And he is still a contender for the Drivers' Championship, which is still a far reach, but then not impossible. At this rate, which McLaren is going, Shaq,
Yeah.
are they? Is the pressure getting into them? Is the pressure? I mean, for the McLaren drivers up high right now, are they getting pressurized with the what do you call it, championship that is under their belt? They could have secured the championship in Baku, but what just happened? What has happened?
I mean, if we're talking about the Constructors' Championship, I think that's out of question. They are so far ahead. They have only now had one bad race. Otherwise, points-wise, they've always scored a decent amount every single weekend. So I think
They've always scored a double digit.
in the Constructors, they're okay. In the Drivers' Championship, one thing that I think is important is that Piastri is the one who's ahead, not Norris. Can Verstappen catch Norris? I do think he can. Somehow he will scrap the points and he will get in front somehow. Because I see Lando making mistakes. Oscar obviously did make a big mistake in this race, but this is not the Oscar we know. This is a very uncharacteristic Oscar. Simply just 2 big mistakes. Starting the race with the false start and then obviously crashing, like we mentioned. But he never does that. This is his first mistake he's made since round one. So if Max was facing that Oscar every week from now, I don't think. And with that McLaren car under him, I don't think that the championship is gonna be easy at all, and potentially just not even in reach at all. But mathematically, you are correct. It's still there. But we've talked briefly about McLaren, but it was really a bit of a missed opportunity for Norris, wasn't it? Don't you think so? Like,
Yes. Okay. Let's say Piastri is in the wall. He's out of the qualifying. Lando still had a chance. I mean, whoa, how did he? Okay, let's say, okay, he had a bad set of tires. Yes, but then you've seen other cars performing.
and he made
What
a
has
mistake
happened?
in the last corner, second last corner or something. He hit the wall,
Yes, he had a brief moment, but then he was not completely into the barrier. He just had a
but he
touch and a go.
lost a lot of time though. Yeah,
Lot of solo time, yes, but then you're in a McLaren. I mean, what is wrong with? I mean, what is wrong with the car right now? Is it okay? That's the question that everybody's asking now. But then Piastri, after Piastri being out, it's the memes are just been flowing in again.
yeah.
Piastri's out, don't be performing too well. You gotta, you
Make it
know,
fair.
notch it down a bit.
Make it fair.
I think that's what's been happening in McLaren. Piastri, since Lando has Piastri has done him a favor in the previous race. I think this race is the place where he's like, you know what,
Paying
I'm
him
gonna do
back.
that to you.
Paying him back.
Yeah,
Like, too many
thank
points.
him back. I'm not gonna score much points for you.
Yeah,
But then yes, disappointing performance by McLaren, and I wouldn't say a good surprise or a bad race, but then fairly disappointed with Ferrari as well.
yeah,
Pierre Hamilton out in Q2, Leclerc crashed out in Q3. No significant comebacks from there during the race as well.
yeah. Not very high points. Eighth and ninth, I think.
Yes, yeah, eighth and ninth. I'm like, what is happening with Red Bull? Sorry, the Ferrari. They and towards the end, I think there was a brief moment where they had swapped the cars in between for Hamilton to charge at the car which was ahead of them, and exactly at the last second of the race. I mean, just before the finishing line, the team order came in, swapped the cars, let Leclerc ahead. I'm like, huh? Why? I mean,
No,
okay, they
I
swapped
don't
it,
know
but then
if that.
at least they should have even okay, team order. He was given this place to him because he was trying to charge. If he couldn't do that, okay, you give back the position. I mean, that the team. Your teammate actually gave you that position so that he thought the team might actually gain some more points with you being ahead. You might actually try to tackle. Okay, you didn't get to tackle. You had to swap the cars. Understandable. But then the moment Ferrari called it was literally like a couple of meters away from the finish line. What should Hamilton do? Just break there,
Yeah,
stop the car,
he
wait
did.
Leclerc to pass.
He did do that actually. He did
He
almost
did do
come
that, but
to a stop.
yeah, he does that. He is always a team that we've seen with how he was with Bottas when he tried to tackle a Ferrari, which he couldn't, and he swapped the position back before the final corner. Hamilton does that, but then Ferrari and their dumb strategic calls and calling your driver swap positions. I'm like, I mean, I'm in front of the finish line. I'm literally there. Do you want me to break down the car over there or what? I'm like, what is Ferrari doing?
Yeah,
That is one thing I was wondering. Why did Ferrari do that? I mean, okay, he still didn't get the position, but you're not supposed to call it while the driver is about to finish. I mean, cross the finishing line. That's another Ferrari mistake, I would say.
yeah. Um, Ferrari always a bit of a talking point in every race. Something
But then,
good, something off.
I, Yes, but then I want to focus on another person, the star of the day, to be honest.
Yeah, I was actually just about to bring it up, but go ahead.
Carlos Sainz, ex Ferrari, ex Toro Rosso, back on the podium in a Williams car. The Williams are on the podium after a 4 year gap.
Yeah, and that's another person who's got on the podium before Hamilton this year. If
Yes.
Hamilton even gets on the podium, I don't even know if he's. I have a feeling that he's actually going to genuinely just not get one this year.
He's going to be podiumless this season.
I think so. I genuinely think.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't see how he gets it. I don't see how he gets it.
Hamilton does not have a hope that he's going to be on the podium. I don't think so. We should either. So
Yeah,
I've given up my hope on
I
that.
think a lot of people still believe he can. And
I used to be one among them. Now I'm like, no, he
yeah,
doesn't have it. Why
yeah,
should we have it? He doesn't have it. He
yeah.
said that there are people out there believing in you. What do you want to tell them? Stop believing in me. That's what he said. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stick with your word. Uh,
But then Sainz on the podium. To be honest, front row. For a brief moment, he was
it was on pole.
the pole sitter.
Yeah.
But then a mega lap by Max Verstappen pushed him back to P2. But then front row start for a Williams. That was massive. That was massive.
Yeah.
And finishing on the podium, the unicorn helped.
We had the unicorn sticker on the helmet from that
Yes.
video
Yes.
and helped. So
Yes. And he stuck it onto the trophy as well.
yeah, yeah. Just really, really well done from Sainz. Really well executed. Obviously, he had a fast-paced George Russell coming from behind, and that was the only other person who overtook him for the whole race. So I really can't give him a fault for that. But really good drive from him. Podium. He's had a really tough few races, especially. It's been an unlucky year, so I think he's been waiting for a good result like this. But mentioning Russell, I just wanted to say P2 from P5. I gave him a 10 out of 10 race. Honestly, can't see him doing much.
So did I. So did I.
And one big factor in that is that he was sick the whole weekend. And so
Yes, I've heard. He wasn't doing
you could
very
see
well.
it you could hear him in the interviews. He sounded horrible, like just really congested and stuff. So I've got to give him big props for that, because I know you can see the difference in a driver when they're sick and they're driving. I remember back in 2019, Hamilton was sick in one of the races, and he was like, "Just retire the car," and they were like, "No." He just didn't want to be out there.
Yeah. But then
They were out of a good spot and all that. So yeah,
Russell, I know it was not to overshadow Sainz or anything. Sainz had a beautiful drive. So did George Russell. He managed to get that Mercedes back on the podium. I think that was one mega boost for Mercedes as well. They were trying to get a car back onto the podium. I mean, with the cars and the pace which McLaren and Red Bull were putting out, Mercedes were actually falling back a bit. But then now they are back in P2 in constructors. They have overtaken Ferraris as well.
Yep.
So it's a mega jump for them, and it's massive. I mean, both I think the Williams and Mercedes on a podium. It's been a long time since we've seen both Mercedes and a Williams on the podium, and it is between two friends as well.
This year.
A lot of things have been happening, and it's between two friends too. Toto and James
this year. Mercedes. They've been on the podium plenty of times this year. Especially Russell. But don't worry about that. But I will say one thing. The last time Williams had a proper podium, and I'm not including George Russell's 2021 at Spa, because that was a They did like 3 laps.
Lance Stroll,
They did
2017.
Yeah, you just ruined my whole punch. But so it
You're
was
taking too long. I had it like, I want to say that. I want to say that.
okay. Yeah, so it was Lance Stroll in 2017. But you know who finished first and second that race was a
No.
Red Bull driver won that race, and a Mercedes driver finished second, and Stroll
Oh,
Williams in third. And this is the exact same thing. So I just wanted to point that out.
2017. I think it was Ricardo
And Bottas, yeah.
and Bottas. Yes, Ricardo and Bottas.
Yeah. And that race,
Speaking of Bottas, I just got a notification from F1 about Bottas.
yeah, very nice. And he's coming back, so don't forget
He's
that
come
guy.
back. Yeah, that's gonna be massive next year.
So the other thing was there was a lot of big points for some of these younger drivers. Antonelli finishing P4, Lawson in
Best
P5.
finish for Tsunoda in Red Bull.
Yep, and Sonoda P6. Best finish in a Red Bull. I want to say one of the best Red Bull results in a very long time, a P1 and 6. They would have been the top scoring team, I think, actually. Would have been 30 something points.
Where did Kimi finish?
Fourth. So it was,
I think Mercedes would have the best points this
no,
race.
it was Red Bull. The Mercedes scored
Red Bull?
30 points, and Red Bull would have scored 33, I think.
33. Oh,
It's been a very long time since we've been saying that. Red Bull scoring the most points
most points this
in a race.
this week. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I think overall it's been a really interesting race. Just that we have expected McLarens to perform, and we've got a stunning performance by Sainz, by Tsunoda, by Kimi Antonelli. You know, you don't have to say Max, but then Max leading the whole race. Enough and more.
It's just normal.
Enough and more space for him to pit and come back and still be P1. So that is mega race by him. So
I'm gonna say something, okay, and I'm
yes,
going to disagree, and I think you're gonna say it's very controversial. I think it is. I am slowly leaning more and more towards Verstappen's prime is better than Hamilton's. I know you're a big Hamilton fan.
prime. Do you consider this as prime time or the past seasons?
For Max or for Lewis? This is his prime.
Max.
This is part of his prime, yeah.
Part of his prime. Because prime time Lewis was, until even 2021, he was just there on the podium. 2020, 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, he was there.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to say what the haters always say it, but if you have a good car underneath you, those results.
I
love Hamilton. I think
in this era to be honest, in this era of Formula One, it's not just the driver; it's the car as well. You need the car, you need the driver.
Yeah.
Even if the car is good enough, the driver can manage. And you have a shit car, that's it.
Yeah.
But
the difference, the difference, right? Hamilton has had more good cars than crap cars than what Verstappen has had. Verstappen's had a few more crap cars. Those crap cars, he still drags it up. That's one difference I see. That Max is obviously I think this weekend Red Bull had a bit more pace, but most weekends that Red Bull's at peak.
But the most weekend that Red Bull would be similar to a Mercedes, which Hamilton had post 2021.
No.
Post 2021, post 2021 Mercedes was
no. It's worse. It's definitely worse. Those Mercedes cars are much better than this Red Bull and last year's second half Red Bull. Those were really bad. These are the really bad ones. the undrivable cars. There's a reason why a veteran like Sergio Perez could not drive it properly. Yuki Tsunoda could not drive it properly for a very long time until just
Now, ma'am, I wouldn't say he's better than Hamilton in his prime, but then if you ask me who's the best driver right now, I would say Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say better in the prime, but then best driver on in the grid right now, or at least in the past couple of years, and right now, Max Verstappen,
I
easy.
think I genuinely believe that by the time that they both retire, I do think that Max will pass Lewis in terms of the GOAT status.
Yep, you think?
I think so. I don't see reason for Max to.
Max has got plenty of time in hand. He's got another
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah. And he's this was his 67th win, I think. So 67. He's already third in all time, and he's, I think, more than 12 years younger than Lewis, something like that.
But then one thing we've got to notice is back when Hamilton was racing, we didn't have so many races. That was one thing that we've got to.
That's true, but then also I would argue that having more races now, it requires more focus and discipline to stay good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you need that.
Look, we can go on about.
We can go on and on, and yeah.
I just wanted to throw something your way and see what your thoughts were on that. But look,
I would totally agree with. I'm not sure about the prime thing, but then I would totally agree if you said Max is the best driver in the past couple of years. Yes, and right now, yes, Max is the best.
Since 2021, Max has been the best driver.
22, I would say. 21, they were equal. 22, from 22 onwards. 22, he had
I would say 2021, he was also.
21, he was on par with Hamilton. He was beautiful. So was Hamilton. They both had their fair share of beautiful races. 22 is where he proved he's better. 23, he dominated. 24, he was really good, and 25, where he's still proving that he is good.
Yep.
Even though he is not, he probably might or might not win the Drivers' Championship, he's still proving us that he is a really, really good driver. He's a GOAT driver.
If he wins this one...
if he wins this one, he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Okay.
If he wins this, he is the greatest of all time if he wins from this.
Yeah.
No, I would give it to you in writing that he is the best. Hamilton is nowhere close to him if he wins from here.
No one is close. No one is close.
Even Hamilton, if he was in this position, he would have said, nah, I'm not going to do it.
I genuinely can only think of one other person who can genuinely win from here, and that would be Senna.
Senna.
He's a monster. He was a monster in his day. He was.
What about Lauda? What about Lauda? Would he have done that?
He has like a great mind and all that, but Senna was like raw talent, pace, everything, racecraft. He was just a complete package for a driver.
Okay, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even Schumacher would have been.
We should make a video on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to the Baku Grand Prix.
But then that was interesting. It was interesting. I would literally love to hear what people think about your question about whether Max was better than Lewis in his prime, and would love to know what people think about Max right now. Is he the greatest of all time?
Let's give it to them. Let's give it to them.
Yeah, are they getting over there? I don't know. No, is he getting over there? Or simple, guys, let us know if Max Verstappen wins the Drivers' Championship from this moment on. From this race, with his points right now.
This year
in Abu Dhabi, him lifting the Drivers' Championship. If he does that, would you guys crown him as the greatest of all time, or would you guys still be biased towards Lewis Hamilton? Yeah. If I were you, I would have literally said he is the greatest of all time. I would have given
You've said it in the video. You've said it.
Yeah, I've said it in the video. I
agree. I 100% agree. And also, do you guys think Max's prime is better than Lewis's prime? That's another question I'm posing to you. whatever their fans think, let's hear what they say. I think there'll be some interesting responses. But yeah, another week, another race, 7 more to go. Who's winning the championship? Be honest. Who you genuinely think? I'm gonna keep asking this question every few races.
The drivers or the constructors?
Oh, constructors is not a question. Go for drive.
The drivers. I would say at the moment, Piastri. I would wait for 2 more races to see what is the situation with Verstappen and Norris now. But Piastri is way ahead. Want to see if, what Verstappen is going to be up to in the next 2 races.
Yep.
Ask me again in 2 races. Probably it might change. You never know.
I'll ask. Don't worry. I'll remember to ask. I think it's gonna keep.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Max is still like 60 something points behind Piastri, right? So I don't know if he can overturn that much. I think I saw a post on Instagram making some calculations.
Yes.
This is fully going Max.
We need I think 3 more wins.
Yeah, no, so it was the post that was Max is winning every single race and sprint race from now. And Piastri finishes third in every single one, so that includes Norris beating him every single time. And
I saw a better one.
Max wins by 4 points in that one. So
I saw a better one where Max finishes a P1 in a couple of races, and the rest of the races on the podium, and where both Norris and Piastri, finish 1 or 2 races in podium, rest, all similar to what has happened in Baku.
Yeah, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
I think another big thing is that both of them probably need to DNF again. Or at least Oscar needs to DNF at least one more time. If
Norris DNF,
Norris is gonna win. I mean, sorry, if
Verstappen is gonna catch up to Norris.
I think so.
Quick.
I have a feeling.
I have a feeling that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. And then we could see Papaya rules being played more, saying that if we've got Max Verstappen right behind Norris, go and give him the position. Save Norris.
They're gonna come out.
I think McLaren is gonna go with #Save Norris.
maybe. Start the trend. It's never too late. But,
it's never too late. Yes.
Yeah, another race. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know what Singapore can bring. You never know. Sometimes it can be good. Sometimes it can be very boring because it's
it is a race where drivers are tested to their limits.
Yes. Physical conditions are much more difficult. But yeah, another race in Baku. Very interesting one. And we're looking forward to seeing what the last 7 races has in store for us. But hope you've enjoyed our video and long discussions. But until then, we'll see you guys for the next one in Singapore. Bye-bye, guys.
Hey, guys. And do like, share, and subscribe.